April 19th. It was 2 years after the fire in Waco.
95.
And that was no coincidence that McVeigh picked that day. His fake ID, that was actually the date he used for his fake birthday, was April 19th. Big key day for him. But I was still on the SWAT team at the time, and I had a warrant for a fugitive. So we thought he was going to be on an Air Force base. Myself and another operator were sitting waiting for this guy to come out of a building, and detonation occurred. It registered 3.2 on the Richter scale, like an earthquake. It was loud. And I remember thinking, now the SWAT team trains at Fort Sill, which is an artillery post. So we'd been down there when they're firing some of the really big guns, but they don't have artillery on an Air Force base. And that, I was just processing that. And that's when we had the secure radios, and I still had a SWAT pager back then. And both of those kind of lit up, and they said, something has happened downtown. Well, it's very flat here in Oklahoma as well. So I looked back to the west, and there was this giant black cloud already starting to blow kind of slowly across downtown. And then ERT, the evidence response team, was brand new back then. I'd helped start it here. And the ASAC, he said, go do whatever it is you do. Those were the orders, because other than the First Trade Center attack in New York, large vehicle-borne IEDs were not on the radar at all. So we were first thinking, plane crash or gas main explosion. But I got downtown, detonation was at 9:02. I got downtown about 9:30. And there was a 32-foot crater in the street, dead center of the building. The front half was just gone. Cars were burning. 300 buildings had been damaged. It was chaos. Pandemonium.
If I can interrupt you, this was also personal to you, right?
Well, very
your
personal.
Wife, because for a number of reasons. But didn't your wife work in the Murrah Building?
So my wife, who had just sat through the whole Waco thing with me, we met because she was a federal probation officer. That's how we met and dated and engaged and married in Waco. I went to bomb school in '94, so I was away again for training at the FBI's hazardous devices school. And then the following April was the bombing. She and her coworkers had driven out of the building at 9:00, 2 minutes before. And I didn't know that. So she had the foresight to page me back into my own voicemail, which was our office was remote. It wasn't in the Murrah Building. And she said that, she was okay. They had left at 9:00, but they were all at their relocation station. So yeah, that was disconcerting. And you'll remember when you got paper paychecks. So every other Thursday, I was in the building, and a lot of the tellers were young ladies about my age. So we would chat and talk, and they were all killed. Other agents that didn't survive from some other agencies. So yeah, it was very personal.
Yeah.